All right, so as you can see, I have a couple of things on the table here. This is a LED light kit mainly for the footwell of your vehicle, the interior. This is from No Limits LED Lighting. It's a nice little LED light kit. As you can see here, it's got the four strips with the 3M adhesive on the back, couple of zip ties. Obviously comes with this decal here. And then you're going to go ahead and plug it into that 12-volt port, which is kind of a little bit of a downside for me. I would have liked if this had like a USB option. I know it has the button on there, but there's got to be some way you can kind of connect it with USB because I think I only have one of these ports in my truck, and my Android Auto and Apple CarPlay aftermarket screen is connected to that. That's the only thing with that, but that's just me and my situation. And then, of course, it comes with a remote to control the different lights and light patterns and colors. And I believe it also has an app where you can do all of those things as well. So let's go ahead and go to the truck and connect it and show you how these lights work. Okay, so we are in the truck. This is kind of just going to give you a quick demonstration in the daylight, and then I'm also gonna obviously show you guys what it looks like at night. But right now, this is the port I'm talking about right here. So I only have one of these that I know of. I can't find any other port like that. This is what I have down here, and then I think I have a port also in there, right there. So yeah, I don't have, unless of course I connect this with the USB and I connect it down there, which I didn't want to do. I like the clean look of it being connected here, but I'm sure we can figure something out. So in the meantime, let me go ahead and plug this in and show you how it works real quick. Okay, so lights are right here. I haven't pulled the tab that's on that remote yet, but I do have it plugged on right there, and then the truck is on. So let's plug up. Let's press the button, and that's on. And check that out. So are the lights. Man, that looks nice. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to freaking plug this up to the thing down here because it would be sick if I can do green lights with the whole green thing I'm doing on the outside of the truck. Green in the footwells would look sick. All right, so I got it kind of figured out here. You got to have this kind of like a TV. You got to have it pointing at this right here in order for it to actually work. So as you can see, if I press the on button, I'm pointing that way, it doesn't work. But as soon as I do that and point this way, check that out. All right, so let's try jump 7. Let's try jump 3, see what the difference is. All right, I'm not sure what the difference is with jump 3 and jump 7. Maybe you guys will let me know that in the comments. I don't really notice much. Now let's try fade 3. Okay, as you can see, it's fading into different colors. That's pretty cool. Let's try fade 7. Whoop, I gotta point at the controller here. All right, fade 7. All right, it's fading into purple, now red, orange, green, or is that yellow? Kind of colorblind. Awesome. I like that. Now you have the music ones. I just hit the. So now it's. You see how it's changing to the sound of my voice? Hello, 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 hello. See that? That's cool. Let's try number 2. Testing, testing, testing. Awesome. Let's try number 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, testing. Awesome. Okay, and number 4. Testing, testing. Okay, cool. So I would play some music, but I don't want to get copyrighted and all that crap. So I believe this might be the brightness. So let's see what happens if I press up. think that's the maximum. Let's see what happens if I start to press down. Yeah, so it's starting to get, so it flashes like that when it's at maximum, whether it's up or down. So watch, let me press it a couple times up. All right, see, it flashes, it's at maximum. So I would definitely probably keep it around here. I mean, it depends. Obviously, we have to see what it's like when we drive around. But yeah, so far so good. So you would have to mount this somewhere where you can point this. If not, I think you might be able to do it with the app, and maybe you won't have to have this exposed somewhere. I didn't want to have to download the app, but we'll see. All right, so I got everything hooked up the way I want. So let's go ahead and unlock the truck. Now, the way I have it hooked up, and I guess the way these work, it's not like it works with the light here. Let me put this on the truck. So it doesn't work with the light like this, where when you open the door or unlock the truck rather, these lights will turn on. Like I said, it's hooked up there, so it doesn't work that way. But let's turn on the truck and show you how it does work. Check that out. So it's already got the green setting, so it remembers what's the last setting you had it on. As you can see, my dirty shoes here. Now, I can't see the remote exactly. So it would have been nice if these lit up so you can see it better. But I'll just go through it. That's the green. Got red. I think that's green again. Blue. What's that one? White. That's nice. I think that's the yellow, right? Or is that orange? Yeah, that's orange. That's yellow. Got another. Which one is this? It's kind of blue, right? Can't tell. Hold on. Let's see. That is called whatever that is. It's like a gray. And let's do the purple. Nice. And also, it's in the back here as well. Okay. And then we have these like patterns. So you can see all the colors there. And then you have, of course, the music settings. So right now it's just changing to the sound of my exhaust because I don't have any music on. Also, probably to the sound of my voice. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's actually show you what it looks like outside. Let me turn off the light here. That way you can really see. So that's what that looks like. As you can see in the rear. Now let's set it to the color I'm going to keep it at. Green. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. That is sick. So yeah, I do like the product. Like I said before, the only thing that would have been cool is if it had a different way to connect. Like if it had both ways, meaning the 12-volt connection there, as well as the USB connection down there. That would have been a great option to have. Other than that, it's a pretty nice little kit. So, all right, guys, I'm going to leave the link and the information and all that good stuff. If I haven't put their Instagram earlier in the video, I'll put it right now. And then, yeah. So let me know what you guys think. Follow them on Instagram. I can't remember their name at the top of my head, but I'll, like I said, put the Instagram name in. And as always, guys, stay safe out there. God bless. Subscribe. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers. I never thought that we would actually get to 1,000. I started this channel just to document the mods on my trucks. But yeah, we're here, and I'm not complaining. So, subscribe. God bless, and I'll catch you guys later.